Good morning, everyone. Have you ever had one of those days where you're just like, wah. Yeah, I had one of those this Wednesday. So, and I'm gonna tell you, oh well. Wednesday morning, I woke up 5:30 I woke up before about 4:30 in the morning so I could get on the road by 5:30 because I knew that it was gonna take me at least an hour and 45 minutes to get to this location, and that's only in good traffic because we're talking about Southern California. Well, I get in my car, I start driving, and of course Southern California traffic, without further ado, started at 6 o'clock in the morning. So getting on the road at 5:30, I arrived at my location at 9:30. So had to hurry, get everything done because our meeting was going to be at 10 o'clock. I know, crazy, right? Well, things go okay. And so I start journeying up the road again to go visit the next customer that I have. And so I go and visit one customer, and then I go visit the last customer. And these people live up in a place called San Luis Obispo, pretty far away from my house. So I get there, take care of them. They're super happy and excited the fact that their equipment is working again. And then I turn around and I start heading back towards home because I'm going to go spend the night someplace closer to home. And I'm just, want to make sure I get there in time so I can get a good night's rest and get going in the morning. Well, all of a sudden, I forget that, or I noticed that this part number was incorrect on a quote. So I had to contact someone about that. And as I was talking to that individual and apologizing for the mishap, I moved my phone away from the console because that's where I usually keep it for directions and notifications and stuff like that. So that way I don't touch things. And all of a sudden I notice my tire pressure is low. And I go, well, that's not good. So I pull over to a gas station. Sure enough, one of my tires is leaking air. Now there's no puncture or anything like that. It's just leaking air. And I have no idea what to do. So I'm like, well, I might as well throw the donut on, the spare, and get going. So 7:30. Go and put the jack on. I'm trying to jack it up. Trying to put the car all the way up so that way I could get the tire off. Well, guess what? It doesn't work. Those manufacturing jacks or manufacturers' jacks that come in the cars. Yeah, get a real jack, people. If you want my advice, get a real one because that one doesn't really work. So I had to go to Home Depot and get a jack. So I went and got a jack. So now it's about 8:30, almost 9 o'clock, because I had to drive over. And on top of that, I accidentally left because I was so caught up and so stressed out about my tires. I left my my manufacturer jack as well as the tire bar at the gas station. So I had to drive to the gas station to get the bar. And so finally got the spare on. It's 10 o'clock at night and the tire says drive 50 miles an hour maximum. Okay, so I drive 50 miles an hour to get to my location, and the hotel that I had to go to was about 150 miles away. So I arrive at my hotel at 12:30 at night, get into the room, crash on the couch, crash on the bed, wake up the next morning to get ready to go to the tire shop. So I go and eat some breakfast. I go to a Denny's to eat breakfast. And when I get out of Denny's to go and then take the car to the tire shop, turn the key, nothing turns on. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I'm thinking to myself, I thought bad days were only supposed to be a 24-hour period. This is longer than one bad day. So call up AAA. They come in. they were able to figure out what the problem was. They were able to fix it. I was able to get my car going. I was able to get my tires fixed. And then, of course, I was able to meet up with that customer. And it took me about 2.5 more hours to get home. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is there's going to be plenty of bad days in our lives. And really, it's our decision to determine how we're going to take care of it. We can either be extremely upset, or we can realize, it may not really be that bad. And the fact that I was already prepared, and I had realized I was preparing myself throughout the days before to go to work, I wasn't as concerned, which makes me truly believe in the saying, if you prepare, there's no need to fear. It's something to think about.